Welcome to this video date, which is on the 25th of April. It is 9 PM GMT and it's Wednesday. Now what I want to do today is look at various trade setups. We'll be going to the charts in a moment. We've had a nice volatile start to the week. And in terms of the weekend video that we did, we focused on the USD. We were saying, if it followed through on Monday, the move should continue. The USD should strengthen. Now, on the pairs we looked at, it did well on many pairs, did really fantastically on others as well. I want to look at getting in to the USD in terms of it continuing to the upside. A lot of people have said to me, I was waiting for the pullback. That's very often a mistake when you've got real price strength, which we did have coming in to this week. But if it's a big trend, you'll still get an opportunity to get in. Also, a lot of traders who are in will have really good profits, and obviously you want to manage that open equity. So I want to focus on the key levels and really just some tricks and tips in terms of maximizing your profits and protecting yourself if let's say the dollar was the reverse. Now I also want to cover some unrelated pairs to the USD. I wanted to do some crosses which you can trade on the back of USD strength. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to go to the charts and take a look at them, and I'm going to use charts from our member centre, but just keep in mind it is my view as of right now. It can change in line with the market conditions. If you want all our trading techniques, our daily technical analysis of 14 major pairs, you can get live access on the link beneath this video. Right, let's go and look at some charts. Centre, we can obviously be looking at various Forex pairs, but before I do so, I just want to do what we did at the weekend and look at two contracts which really cemented our view that the USD was going up. Now this first one here is the 10-year note. Basically, if it's going up, means that the perception in the bond market is that US rates are going up, and so is inflation in the US. And what we noted was you had this dip here, then you go through the 20-day moving average, find support, off to the upside. We were here at the weekend, breaking out above this level. I'm saying if we got up to this equity danger level, which I'll come to in a moment, then the dollar will just keep firming. And of course, we've now broken above the level. So we gapped higher at the start of the week. Just looking at the bond market, we're just basically thinking, well, the USD is going to follow through. Now, if the bond market stays firm, that will underpin the dollar. And I just see this market as one to watch, okay? Because it's giving you advance warning of what's going to happen in the Forex markets. Now, I just want to look at the S&P up at the equity danger level. By that, I mean, equity managers get very nervous as interest rates rise, and so do big institutions. They review how much exposure they've got to equity. So we thought, the S&P would fall as well. She fell quite nicely, okay? Now, if this level is breached, you could see a big sell-off. Now, if we get a big sell-off, that is positive for the USD, okay? But it's also positive for some other currencies like the safe havens, for example, the Japanese yen, which will really be the fastest moving pair to the upside if we get really big risk off. Obviously the Swiss franc as well. The currencies that will get hurt are the ones that are exposed to risk. So there's opportunities possibly in the crosses as well, which I want to look at. But what I want to do now is just go to my daily market review, if it could click through. Now, in terms of this, where are we? We will always, when we're reviewing our technicals, look at the CFTC net traders positions. And that's our favourite tool to keep our charts clean and help us anticipate where a trend change might occur, and also help us predict how far a trend might run. Now, the first pair, Euro USD, I've done a full video on this one, so I'm just going to be brief. But we were in at 123.50, and what we wanted to do was, we only did half size. We wanted to add in another contract on a break of 121.70. Just come through the level, and we're looking for 119, then 116. Now you can't do that from just by looking at the chart, because you don't know what the big players are doing behind the chart, but you do if you know the COT. You know there's a record net long speculative position, and yeah, you can see the market is just losing momentum and broken out. So I've got the feeling stops are clustered somewhere here. I thought they might have already been hit when I set my entry, but not yet. But we've got the ECB tomorrow, so yeah, if the ECB are dovish, I'd expect them to be, we could possibly see a euro sell-off. Now, one of the key things that we do, which I think any trader should do, in terms of helping you hold positions and also holding open profits, is to do two trades. You can always bank one out, okay? So, for example, we got one in 123.50, one in 121.70. I wrote 122 there, but I'm sure regular viewers will know what I mean. It's this level here. So the 123.50, okay, we're at 121.70. So we've got a decent number of pips there, haven't we? So we could possibly take that in tomorrow if the euro strengthens a bit and look to come in on weakness, or yeah, move the stop right tight. It allows us to be very proactive in terms of exposure and risk management. Okay, so we'll see. I mean, I might basically bring the stop down or take half out tomorrow if I don't see follow through in the morning, just in anticipation of the ECB. But yeah, the first contract ran down really nicely. The second one is just where we put it in. I think we're going to get a big sell-off. I mean, anything can happen, but if the euro goes down strongly tomorrow, it just won't be coming back in a hurry, in my view, because that record net long speculative position is going to get flushed out on stop. Next pair I want to look at is going to be GBP USD. A good pair for us, okay? Big rally up here. We wanted to sell it, we got in, and she's tumbled, okay? Now, the reason we sold it was because of the COT net traders positions, gave us confidence. Speculators most long since Brexit, okay? Getting hit on stop as they come out the market. At the weekend, yeah, I was saying that everyone, well, not everyone, but the media generally was saying this level is the level to buy into, 140. Yeah, the pound is a buy on the dip. When you get that as a consensus view, it means probably the big institutions are still long. A lot of retail traders are going to try and come off that level, which means it's one that probably isn't going to hold. It hasn't held. We're at 139.50, but from our perspective, 142.60 in, lock in 200 pips, and we projected these levels quite ambitious from the COT. So could be plenty more downside all the way to 136. Now again, tomorrow when I do my update, I've got the opportunity, I've got 300 pips here, I might want to take that in. If I get stopped out, I've got 200, 250 in total, okay? But yeah, the 50% can run on, okay? It's one of those tools that I think that traders, not many people do it, but just always run a couple of trades. It's great to relieve the psychological pressure, and the 50% out in the bank allows you to do that. It'll also allow you to hold trends for far longer because you've rewarded yourself, basically. So GBP, I think, is looking good. AUD USD, we noted at the weekend this level here was the near-term support. She's broken. I think that will hold rallies. So again, we can lock some profit, okay? 77.40 in. Stop moves down to 76.80. But I think this level will be hit, and then we're going down to 72. So any bounce there is a sell in my view. Now the only currency I'm cautiously bullish on, or bullish on the dollar, is the Japanese yen. And in terms of the Japanese yen, I did have a short in. We've been following this one down for a long time. And we did try, where was our short? I think it's just below this level here, 106.75. And then we would hit just above 108, and she's followed on. But like I said at the weekend, that's okay. I see this as an insurance pair as well. In terms of what I mean is we get a big move to risk off. The yen always moves up the most, okay? And just come in through this level. Be a long way to go if we go down to there, then to 100. The yen will really, really move strongly if we get risk off, okay? USD is a bit overextended on the upside, so it looks good on this pair, but yeah, it looks really good on risk pairs, which I'll come to in a moment. So, yeah, you should keep your eye on the safe havens against the risk currencies if we really start to see big volatility and move to risk off. Here's another example of the 50-50 trade. So basically we've come in at 126.30. We bottomed out here, come in. You can see we've run on this week, come off this level here now, which was our first target. So what do? We put an order in to come out at 128.80. So we take 250 pips on half our trade. Stop is 127.20 on the second half. Okay, so we've locked a reasonable profit on the trade that's in, and we've got some money in the bank. Now we can decide what to do. And my own view is buy it through here. And if we go through there, we'll just go straight up to 131. I see dips as buying opportunities. I think 128 should hold. This level here, the 20-day moving average, I think would provide support. This level gave way. So it's a buy on a dip or a buy on a breakout. Now I just want to look at some crosses, and I'll go to my crosses. Where are they? Here they are. Euro JPY, a nice move up. Got the ECB tomorrow, and poked up. Very low volatility today. It's moved a little bit more since I did this chart, but not much. Yeah, risk off. Keep that in your mind. If that comes, ECB are bearish, then the euro's going down. Just seller through here, and I think you can see a decent move down. I also got the GBP coming short. It hasn't really done much for us, but look at that. Just spike high rejected, then down. I think we could go down to here. Okay. Which one do I? Other one do I? I'll look at this one actually here. AUD CAD. Yeah. In terms of the CAD, I think it's going to be longer term the strongest of the commodity currencies, and yeah, it's pushed the AUD, down nicely. We've got a good chunk of this, sold this rally, and now we're back down here. I've got a feeling that could go all the way down to 94. If you're a position trader, I would say that the CAD is going to be the strongest of the commodity currencies. At the moment, I think the NZD has got the most downside. The AUD also behind the NZD, or above the NZD, sorry. So the NZD the most bearish is what I'm trying to say. Now let's go and look at some of the dollar pairs we looked at the weekend. And, they're more minor pairs, these ones we're looking at. But all have done really well. USD CHF, we actually said, we do analyse this one because a lot of people watch it. We haven't bothered with this one at all. We can only pick so many trades for ourselves. This one just is too slow moving for us. We prefer the more volatile pairs. Say one of my favourites was USD NOK. Norwegian Krona, you can see it's a massive move. One, small, bang, two. Great contract to trade the USD NOK. Plenty of volatility. And we think, crude oil is going to top out. Hasn't done so yet. We thought it'd top out a while ago. If that tops out, that's going to put more pressure on the NOK as Norway is the biggest oil exporter in Europe. These targets might look ambitious, but I know that speculators, their most bearish the USD in 5 years. So they're just getting hit on stop. Any pullback to here, 790, I think is a buying opportunity. So I think USD not going far higher. Just buy the dips. This one we really like, as we said at the weekend. This is one certainly to keep your eye on, in my view. USD CNH, which is the offshore spot Chinese yuan. Dollar just very sort of sideways, gentle. Then she's starting to pick up volatility to the upside. Now this pair is actually manipulated by the People's Bank of China. They've been forcing the dollar down. We think, as you can see from my notes, that they will actually basically let the dollar rise. They want to get their exports moving, so they want basically a weaker one. They've got trade wars. It's a bit of a weapon they can use. So I think if that follows through tomorrow, I think that could be going a long way to the north. So certainly one to keep your eye on. And most brokers will trade that. USD try. My chart's a bit messy with the lines, actually. Great trend up, come back. She's going up. She's going to new highs, but I think this pair is pretty choppy at the moment. So I'd actually focus on I'll show you the one I'd really focus on in a moment. USD MXM. That is a huge move in pip terms. And you can see what it does. Monday it just blasts forward, then it's done it again. It's actually come off now. It's back to this level. Just here. I'd just buy it through that double top and probably should be going up. But this has been one of our big winners. We didn't have a very big trade in this one, actually. But it's the biggest winner in all the USD pairs we looked at the weekend. Just a tiny trade because we'd lost a couple of times before. We were a bit weary, might get whip short. But yeah, it's really good move to the upside. Now, the other pair I really like at the moment is this one. USD Huff. We're already in it. Quite a reasonable exposure to this one, just like with the knock. And she does a really nice move. Just come off a little bit as we've come into the close. Go far higher. Eastern European currencies for me, just a clear sell on the dollar. If you look at the statistics, the Huff, Hungarian Forint, Czech krona, Polish zloty, they've been among the best performers against the dollar over the last year. And it's not like their economies are strong. They're emerging market currencies. They're going to get hit hard, okay? So I like the Huff. I like the Czech krona as well, which I'll come to in a moment. I can't decide which one's going to rise the quickest. Polish zloty, I don't think will go down as quick on the USD as the other two. What other pairs have we got? Now, again with the COT, mentioned it the weekend. We knew the week before the commercials, the smart money had sold against the speculators, the big speculators, heavy long, commercial short. And when we come up to here, we know we can get a sell in. And actually that is just a nice fall because it's just a sea of red. Okay. And you see we followed on since we did the video at the weekend. Any rally in the NZD is just a sell in our view. And that's the beauty of the COT, because it's not just on the USD it's fallen on a few other pairs. So you can look at the setups and decide which one you like the best. We like the USD we like the NZD short on the USD, but there's another one I really like the look of as well. Okay, I'll come to that in a moment. USD SEK, great trend. We thought it would break out. It's broken out. Again, far higher. Just buy the dip, buy strength. Have I got any more USD pairs? I haven't. But this pair will be interesting to watch tomorrow. This is one of the pairs that caught us out, actually. She rose up strongly, found a little bit of support here. Then off she goes. Now, if the ECB is bearish tomorrow, or you get risk off, the Swiss franc is so oversold, I would just come through this double bottom, see if she follows through. So that will be one to watch tomorrow, in my view. AUD NZD is another NZD, basically sell it and buy the AUD. She's gone up quite nicely. And yeah, I just feel, in terms of the NZD, let me show you another one. Again, look at that. That's British pound. We're basically bullish of the pound on all the commodity currencies. This one's moved quite nicely. There's one getting ready to move, which I'll show you in a moment. But that's what is it? It's about 300, 94, 96, 90, about 300 pips this week. So this is a nice volatile, fast-moving cross. I really like trading it. I always think, these volatile crosses and these exotics, people should look at them more. Because what you're after is the biggest profit potential. And, it's very often found in the pairs that most people don't focus on. Some of the ones, obviously, that we're looking at. Let's look at a few more potential opportunities for tomorrow. Let me just go to another chart page. Where are we? Here we go. I'll click through. This is another Nordic currency, which I like the look of. Look at this. You got the dollar zigzagging, testing, zigzagging, coming up. If she breaks through, I think she'll move through to the upside. I mean, if we look at this one, we looked at the USD SEK, which massive move to the upside. I think the DKK could play catch up. I mean, the USD could play catch up by pushing up on the DKK. So quite like this for a small trade. I've obviously got the knock as well. This one I'm looking to add in. And this one I'm doing as a split trade with the huff. Okay, when I say split trade, I mean, you think two currencies are going to move together, but you can't decide which one's going to move the fastest. So which currency is the USD going to move the fastest on? The CZK or the huff? I can't decide. So what I'll do is I'll treat it as one trade and I'll split it between the two currencies. Again, poised to break out. Okay, so I think a breakout here could be a really nice trade. Again, very ambitious targets, but they're based on, I know there's no COT for these Eastern European currencies, but speculators, from bank reports and so forth, they're so short the USD, they're going to get run on stop, in my view. This one, the commodity currencies, I think is building up. It's the GBP against the CAD. Nice move up in the GBP. Down, finding support, volatility is dropping. 20-day moving average is there. I'll let that get cleared, and hopefully she goes through there and up to there. So it's a good breakout trade, okay, which is shaping up right now. And the pound, risk off is going to do better than the commodity currencies. So we'll see how that one goes. Got my eye on that one. GBP Swiss. Actually, I'm in this one. It's actually not doing what I wanted. It's coming up, but it's a relatively small risk. So I'm sticking with this one at the moment. Again, this one we looked at the weekend. Another really fast-moving contract. She breaks out as we thought, and now she's gone up. Any dip back to there, buyer in my view. Massive short commercial hedging position in this pair with speculators. Sorry, did I say the hedgers were short? They're long, sorry. Speculators are short. So I think there could be more speculative stops to get run. I think I said on Saturday that I thought this would be like, it could turn out like the Mexican peso. We saw how violent that move was up in the USD when the speculative stops were hit. This will be the same, or could be the same. So we'll see. Just a few more pairs. What do we got? Look at the NZD. Just a sea of red this week. So we've got some of this one because obviously we're looking for risk off, and we are in the crosses getting back or looking to get back in to JPY longs. JPY is a little bit oversold anyway. An alternative is the Swiss franc. You can see another sea of red. NZD CAD. I haven't done this one, but a lot of people I know like it. It's gone down really nicely. So there you go. Quite a few pairs to look at and think about. But I would be thinking in terms of the USD continuing its uptrend. Okay, it can come back, obviously. Yeah, anything can happen in the Forex markets. Yeah, buy the dips or breakouts higher. But I would also look in the crosses. Yeah, we've seen a few. Yeah, the Swiss franc, against the euro tomorrow maybe. And yeah, we just saw GBP CAD, for example. I can't remember all the pairs I've covered now. But there's plenty of opportunities around at the moment. And yeah, the volatility's picked up, which is good. I would say, just basically focus in terms of if you're trading, focus on always getting some profit in the bank. Okay, with that 50-50 idea. Because, anything can happen. You want to cushion yourself. And yeah, if things really do run for you, you've got the confidence to stay with your trade. And yeah, for anyone new watching this video, I'd certainly, research the COT as a backup to your trading or your technicals, because it will give you that anticipation of where to come in, okay, or give you advance warning. And you've seen some of my targets are quite ambitious. That's because I know the COT. So it gives me confidence to have an ambitious target. And you need big trends, okay? You see a lot online about, go for 50 pips, 100 pips, that's a good profit. That's a nondescript profit. You want more because you have to risk, due to the volatility, 100 pips or more. And also you can see on every chart that I do give the exact levels of entry, stop and target. And there is a lot of profit at the moment that we've made, but that's not, we're self-proclaimed experts. Anyone can do it. You just need to focus on the bigger picture. And if you focus on the bigger picture, you can make a lot of money, especially when the volatility picks up like it is now. So I hope you found my little review helpful. We will see what happens. I'll come back. I'll do another video this week and update all the pairs we've looked at and what could be happening going forward. I'll probably do it at the weekend now. I think we are Wednesday, aren't we? So I'll get some more videos out. But if ever you've got any questions or queries, please feel free to email me. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care and have a good day.